up, Geeks and Gamers? It's Jeremy coming to you with another video, and today, this is going to be an interesting discussion. So, I have never heard of this YouTuber until today. This is Shoe on Head. So I'm seeing this on my feed. So she makes a video going against the arguments about the Arthur pushes the gay agenda narrative that a lot of people on my side of the argument have been talking about. And she features the amazing Lucas, who I'm a big fan of his channel. She talks about One Angry Gamer. I'm a fan of that website, and I tend to generally agree with what a lot of those guys say. But what happened here is she makes this video in response. So it's my pro-LGBT video responding to idiots freaking out about a gay character in TV shows, apparently hate speech. I am so done with this hell site. Happy Pride Month at Team YouTube. So here it is. Thank you for submitting your video appeal to YouTube. After further review of the content, we determined that your video does violate our community guidelines and have upheld our original decision. I've watched the video. How did they come to this conclusion? Now, apparently the video has been put up now. Because why? Because the only way to really get YouTube to respond is to raise enough hell on Twitter. That has been the only solid way to get YouTube to respond from what I've seen. Now, fair enough to YouTube. When I had my situation where money was stolen out of my AdSense account, YouTube, after about a month of me pestering them every day, they finally got my situation figured out, and I didn't do it through Twitter. But generally speaking, when you have a problem with a video, whether it's demonetized, your channel gets demonetized, video gets taken down, if you scream loud enough on Twitter and you have a big enough following, you can usually get them to respond.
Okay, so yeah, that's everything you just heard. It's not out of context. It's exactly what this guy Jeremy from Geeks and Gamers said. Wow. Really? And it just doesn't, it's not as bad as what it seems to look right now. But, I mean, it is pretty bad. But here's the thing. Once again, I keep saying the fact that this asshole, Jeremy from Geeks and Gamers, only pays attention to you when you have a large following. Everybody else who's under the expected number or quota of what a YouTuber is doesn't get paid any kind of attention. Okay, I've already left this asshole several messages, and I want to, basically, I want the big YouTubers to know what I've been proposing this whole fucking past week. Okay. But guess what? Assholes like Jeremy and all these other big YouTubers are not going to pay attention to me. And none of them have the balls to say what I have to say. Okay? And this person, this head-on-shoe person, I already saw her video also, and I gotta tell you, she's not, it's not that she's outspoken, she's just plain fucking rude and degrading, and, I mean, I can't stand her, to be honest with you. And, there's more to this video. I'm gonna let you hear the rest of it. It's all fair gain. It's all fair use. Okay. There's a law that protects me from that as well. It's fair use. I'm not showing the image. I'm just sharing the audio. But to Jeremy, dude, you know what, dude? Seriously, I've already said how we can handle this. I've already left it several times. I've already commented on your fucking page several times on how we can deal with this whole censorship thing. But you don't want to pay attention to what I have to say because I ain't a big YouTuber, or I ain't a pretty girl with big tits, or anything else like that. No. Maybe I'm not even relevant to your fucking movement or your little fucking pussy-ass wannabe poser Star Wars community. Because even you form part of that fucking poser bullshit, so don't act like you don't. You're a fucking poser too. Anyways, I'll just give you more of, you know, this whole thing with Jeremy, okay?
Los Maz's YouTube right here, where words are controlled, words are mean, and they are totally subjective. Now, I have watched her video. This is her video. Again, she's a big YouTuber, 1.2 million subs. I'm assuming this is the video in question because I went to her channel. I don't see any updates from her on her Twitter to say the video has been put back up, but I'm pretty sure this is the one. If I'm mistaken, please let me know, someone. I will do more research before I make this video public. Pretty sure this is it. I've watched this entire video. The fact that this is what she got, and then it was appealed and reviewed, and they still kept the video down, boggles my mind. And again, this is why it doesn't matter if we agree or if we disagree. When you start silencing people, when you start taking their ability away to speak, you have created a huge problem. And this is what I said. First they're going to come for this person, then they're going to come for that person, then they're going to come for you eventually.
And I've already told you, you dumb fucking dumbass, how to fix the whole situation, but you're not going to want to do it because you don't have the balls as well as the rest of your subscribers. And you so much as even give a fuck. And you're only giving a fuck that this person got silenced or booted or censored because she has 1 point something million subscribers, unlike me who only has a measly little 49.
They will always come for you. Always. So that's why.
And especially if you have a large following, because you can speak, and there's many people who will not only agree with what you say, but also follow like a fucking lemming.
We don't need to introduce this thought process at all. Yes, there are clear definitive lines that we can create. There are clear definitive lines that we can say is hate speech. Hey, YouTuber, this is the line. You can't cross this definitive line. And if you do cross this definitive line, then you will be penalized.
Yeah, but here's the problem, Jeremy of Geeks and Gamers. There's only a couple of lines to be drawn when it comes to censorship. Like 1, no images of pedophilia. Number 2, no images of executions. Number 3, no images of violence. Number 4, I mean, when it comes to serious things like that, even to the point where it comes to no messages of hate or lynch mobs, like the left usually have done, including Carlos Maza, who's on his Twitter literally asked those who support him and everyone who has the same viewpoint as that lispy gay guy, milkshake, ban, block. Okay, that's hate speech right there. Even if it wasn't, even if the whole thing having to do, those milkshakes, they're inoffensive, they harm nobody. But guess what? How do you know if that milkshake hasn't had someone put in a drop of infected AIDS blood or urine with some sort of infection, some sort of venereal infection or shit like that? Yeah, that's what people don't seem to be thinking about. It's just milkshake. It's not really that bad. It's just a milkshake, yeah. But you can put a lot of stuff in a milkshake, people. Okay? And yes, there is a line to be drawn, Jeremy. But even if you don't know what those things, how do you expect assholes like YouTube to know what they are? I already know what they are. It's just like I said. No pedophilia, no images of pedophilia. Okay? Like sharing nude pictures of underage children. Okay, or even messaging each other about pedophilia, or like, you know, having to groom children, if that rings any bells to anybody of who does that. No posting up videos or images of people being executed by Islam, being decapitated, being stoned to death, being thrown off rooftops. Okay, if you know where I'm going with this. Okay, no propaganda of hate against a race like Farrakhan. Okay, like Louis Farrakhan. You know who that motherfucker is? He's the one that's always advocating real hate speech towards a ethnicity or a religious of people. And that's the Jewish community. That's hate speech, you dumb ignorant cuck. Okay? You, as well as every other person that pretends to be on the right, or pretends to be alt-right, or pretends to be conservative, or pretends to be just opposing the left, doesn't necessarily mean that you're right. You have no fucking clue of what it is you're talking about. Because you're in your protective little bubble, okay? And you quite frankly, you just don't know. You don't know anything, Jeremy. You stick to what you know. And what you know is your Star Wars, your CW Batwoman, your MCU, your Jennifer Lawrence, your who else? Your Brie Larson, your queen, okay? And don't act like you don't know what I'm talking about, because you keep calling her Queen Brie Larson. Queen Brie Larson. You keep giving her the title of Queen. That's just going to push her even doing more what she does. Okay? You dumbass. Okay, let's get back to more of this dumbass's rhetoric.
No problem with that. The problem is the line is not defined. The line is constantly moving. They constantly define hate speech based on whatever individual is reviewing it. And it's bullshit, and I'm sick of it. This girl, I don't agree with her, but I will say I love her approach. I love her sarcasm.
He loves her approach and he loves her sarcasm, ladies and gentlemen. Can you hear that shit coming out of his mouth? I don't agree with her points of views, but I do love her approach to it. I love her style. Yeah, he has a hard-on for this chick. Okay, let's be honest here. Because here's the thing. He loves her approach? He loves her approach. So then he's not really opposed to Brie Larson then, is he? Because he's not really opposed to Brie Larson. He's not really opposed to the way that the things are going in the MCU. He's not really opposed with the Batwoman situation. He's not really opposed with a whole bunch of different things that he supposedly spoke against.
I love her attack mode. I respect that. She reminds me a lot of Jessie Milestone in that aspect, and you know that I don't really care about people if they disagree with me or agree with me or whatever. I'm a style person. I like her style. I don't necessarily love her substance, but I love her style. And this is the type of person that I would love to make a video for Geeks and Gamers. I'm not throwing that out there. She is far bigger than my channel, and
yeah, and guess what, dumbass? She's not gonna pay attention to you like you don't pay attention to anybody else. I already told you how to fix this problem, dumb bitch. Yes, I'm calling you a dumb bitch, Jeremy. I already told you how to fix this situation, didn't I? Oh wait, that's right, I didn't, because you don't want to know.
Probably far bigger than I'll ever be. But the point is I don't care that she disagrees. I don't care that she's an anti-SJW. I don't care that she uses people that I'm a fan of in her video.
He doesn't care that she's an anti-SJW. He doesn't care? Shouldn't that actually be one of the reasons why his fucking hard-on should be even bigger? Because she's anti-SJW? I mean, isn't that what he's all about? I mean, isn't that what the majority of us on YouTube that are being silenced and censored are all about? That we're anti-SJW? That we're anti-feminism? That we're anti-establishment? I mean, isn't that mostly what we're about, Jeremy? I mean, call me crazy, but I thought that's what we were about.
Videos like The Amazing Lucas and One Angry Gamer. This is bigger than that. This is about stop controlling what people effing say. I'm sick and I'm tired of this.
And yet you continue to make content. If you were so seriously sick and tired of this, you would get your balls and you would message me and ask me, hey, Mega Gamer, you keep leaving messages on my comment bars. What is it exactly that you want to do? And I'll tell you exactly what it is I want to do, you dumb idiot motherfucker. If you really are sick and tired of the oppressive powers that be when it comes to the establishment of YouTube, of Twitter, of Facebook, okay, of Instagram, if you really want to know what that is and how to fix it, if you're so seriously tired and sick of it, why don't you do yourself a favor as well as the rest of your fucking subs and you ask me personally how we can fix this, and I'm going to tell you right now, you're not taking credit for what I'm going to actually tell you to do. You're not going to take fucking credit because you don't have the balls to come up with the shit that I've said. You don't have the balls to say the things that I've said. Okay? Because you're too scared of not only being demonetized like you were, but you somehow got your fucking monetization back. Good for you, buddy. Woo! You got your easy money back, stupid motherfucking twit. Okay? But if you really had the balls and not worry about your financial stability, you would message me and you'd ask me, hey, okay, fine, let's do it. What is it you need to do? What is it you think could actually handle all of this? And I'd actually tell you straight out to your face.
And this is Carlos Mazza's YouTube. This is the YouTube you want, Carlos Mazza. So now you have a video that is speaking out against a gay agenda that a lot of YouTubers have been talking about, which I don't think I covered the Arthur topic, because when that topic was sent to me, I watched it, I reviewed it, at least for my personal, just looking into it, and I don't know anything about Arthur, and so I just didn't feel passionate enough to talk.
He doesn't know anything about Arthur? He doesn't know anything about Arthur. How old are you, Jeremy? I mean, really, man, how old are you? Arthur's existed since the 1980s, man. Okay? I mean, look it up. You can even find it on a Reading Rainbow video on YouTube, where what's his face, the guy that played Geordi on Star Trek, he read an Arthur book, okay, and then it was turned into an animation on PBS during the 90s. You don't know anything about Arthur. Damn, dude, you really are fucking dense. You really are a one-note kind of person. Because you don't cover everything, buddy. You don't seem to be covering everything that's going on in the world. You only seem to be covering what your little geeks and gamers seem to give a shit about, which is why the country's going to fucking hell. Because you guys are all one note. You're not all about this whole freedom of speech. If you really were, you dumbass piece of shit, you wouldn't just be reviewing what happens in the MCU, what happens in the CW, with the DC, with the Batwoman, with Brie Larson, with all this other shit. You'd actually be out there watching every single fucking news outlet, including even the fake news. Okay? And you'd be balancing and weighing the truth between the lies and the truth, the made up and the real, okay? If you really were so fucking interested in what's really going on in the world, including Facebook, including Twitter, including Instagram, and good old YouTube. Because you see, because when you really are inclined to fight for your freedom of speech, you go after everything, not just one predictable target in question. Dumbass.
Talk about it. So I don't believe I ever really covered it publicly. I think I privately looked into it, and I was like, you know what? Maybe I was asked about it in a live stream or something, but I didn't make a full video on it because I didn't have enough passion about the source material.
You have no passion for anything. You just take everything personally, like when they did it to your little Star Wars franchise. Don't think I didn't feel it also when I found out the bullshit that they were about to do with Star Wars, but let me tell you something else. My life doesn't revolve around that kind of shit. Okay? I don't, what's the word? My life isn't about just the Star Wars or the video game or the comic book genre. Okay, because I'm more interested in what's gonna affect my future and that of my kids. If you're a fucking parent, Jeremy, you would actually get your fucking head out of your ass. Okay, you would get your head out of your ass with your Star Wars and your geek shit, and you look into a lot more deeper, okay, topics other than what you do on a daily basis.
And I just didn't do it. But the point is, now she's making a video battling that narrative, which is her right, and she should be able to do that. Yet YouTube is taking her video down because of hate speech. There's no hate speech in her video. There's nothing that can even be remotely close to described as hate speech. She is giving a substance response, and she's giving her opinion on it. This blows my mind. And this is the type of crap that I keep saying. Alex Jones should not be censored. Now, if Alex Jones, again, there are things that he's been accused of, and I'm no Alex Jones fan, except for the memes, but
there's more proof that the motherfucker doesn't even know what the hell he's talking about. He doesn't know anything about Alex Jones and what he was accused of. Let me educate you on this, dear Jeremy of Geeks and Gamers. Alex Jones was accused of saying Sandy Hook was faked. He was accused of saying that the Sandy Hook shooting during Obama's administration, when the motherfucker wanted to disarm the country, that it was actually a ploy or a conspiracy to disarm citizens. That they used Sandy Hook as a means to disarm citizens. And they said that he was full of shit, and they accused him of conspiracy theories, even though that too is protected, okay? Because conspiracy theories are protected as well under the Constitution, which is part of our freedom of speech, you dumb idiot, okay? I don't even know what he was accused of, I just read the memes. You remind me of that kind of person that, I don't like Trump. Why don't you like Trump? Because he's racist. I don't have any factual reasons for that, but they say he's racist, so I guess he's racist. You're like those. You're like those kinds of people. I don't know who. I don't know who. I don't know who Alex Jones is, but I heard that he was accused of some things. But I enjoy the memes. You're stupid.
Certain things that maybe Alex Jones has said that were way over the line, but I would like to see that that's the definitive reason he was removed, if that's the case. But that.
I repeat, you know nothing. Why don't you do some real research there, Jeremy? Why don't you get out of your comfort zone for a little while there, Jeremy? Okay? Why don't you get out of your little Star Wars pajamas and into big boy clothes and start reading up on the articles there, Jeremy? You piss me off so much, you fucking dumbass. You piss me off a lot. You really do. And I can't believe that you have as many followers as views as you got. I'm guessing that most of your followers and viewers, they don't really have much of a mind of their own. Okay? Okay? They don't really have much of a mind of their own, okay? Because they don't really think for themselves, okay? Because they're kind of stupid, okay? So, don't be dumb, okay? Read up, get educated, okay? Instead of blurring out stuff you don't really understand, okay? Like, maybe next time you don't want to talk about a YouTube personality, okay? That kind of made waves, okay? You stupid idiot.
That's not the case. There's other people that have been removed for some silly, crazy things. And I'm tired of it. I want people to be able to speak their minds. I want people to have their opinions. I don't want them to be scared to share those opinions. And the more we see this line moving, the more dangerous...
No. You don't want to see people have the right to freedom of speech. You want to have your freedom of speech. You don't give a shit about other people's freedom of speech. You don't care about everybody else. Don't pretend like you're the people's champion, because you're not, Jeremy. Because you're not out there actually putting yourself on the line. Okay? Oh, yeah, you may have gotten some attention from Disney. Yeah, Disney, of all Disney, okay? The ones who have a lot to lose financially. You got some attention from Disney, okay? You got maybe some attention from some other assholes on Twitter who also have their own YouTube channel, okay? Because you went up against them. You went up against the SJWs. You went up against the NPCs. You went up against all these other cucks. But that doesn't make you a fucking superhero, Jeremy. You're not a fucking superhero when it comes to that kind of shit. To me, you're just a poser. You're a poser of freedom and liberty, because you're not covering all the bases. Like I keep saying, you're a one-note kind of person. So don't pretend like you actually know what's going on in the world.
It is for every single person. Every single person needs to be worried about this. This is craziness.
I've said that even before you ever did, you dumbass.
And I'm tired of it. Stop being so scared of opinions. Stop being so scared of somebody that disagrees with you. That is what it's all about.
Wait, why would anybody be afraid of someone else's opinion? It's not everybody else you should be directing this to, Jeremy. This is something that you should be directing towards YouTube. This is something that you should be directing towards Facebook. This is something you should be directing towards Twitter or towards Instagram. You sound so condescending right there. You shouldn't be afraid. You shouldn't be afraid to hear other people's opinions. You shouldn't be afraid of hearing other people's responses. You dumbass, man.
Stations and dialogue. Now again, I'm going to say it one more time. I don't agree with what she says, but it doesn't make me angry at all, because her style is amazing. And her sarcasm is on.
Because I'm in love with her. I'm in love with her chestnut brown hair and her big beautiful brown eyes and those beautiful big pouty lips and that tiny little nose. And woo! You should look at the rest of her, because you see, I'm defending her rights to freedom of speech, because I don't necessarily agree with everything she says, but she's so damn pretty. I accept her style and I accept her way of saying things, because you see, it's about freedom of speech. It didn't seem to be the case before when you actually started going up against other YouTubers there, Jeremy boy.
Point, and I love it, and she's taking jabs at what she sees and what she doesn't like, and I have nothing but respect for that. I was so prepared to watch this video and just rip this chick apart, and I can't, because I like how she goes about it, and I appreciate it, I respect it, and I think we need more people to do exactly what she did with.
Yeah, because you fucking won't do it.
Just speak your mind and not worry about the consequences. Unfortunately, YouTube creates this problem where we all have to worry about the consequences because YouTube keeps moving the line. Carlos Mazza's YouTube right there. You guys have a great day. Thank you very much for checking out this video, and we will talk to you later.
So, what do you think about that, people? What do you think about that? We're talking about a guy who's got hundreds of thousands of subscribers, okay? And he has the audacity to bring this shit up, and he's trying to sound like some sort of fucking folk hero, you know? When I've been the one pushing it, I've been the one creating that, I've been the one telling everybody the dangers of several things that have been happening lately. This dumbass doesn't even know what happened to Alex Jones and why it happened. He doesn't even know that Alex Jones was not indicted is something else, but he was subpoenaed to because of what he said on Sandy Hook. If this dumbass really did the research like he says, I make sure you guys tell me so I can do the research before I put this publicly, you know, he doesn't even know. He has no clue. All he knows is what is relevant now. He has no clue of what happened to Alex Jones years ago and why it happened and why he was removed. As a matter of fact, he just said it himself. All I've seen are memes, like every other fucking dumbass teen out there. Are you a fucking teenager, Jeremy? I mean, are you going through the reverse Benjamin Button syndrome, where you're actually, getting older as you are younger? Because you seem to be pretty young at this time. I mean, I don't think you're like in your early 20s, are you? I'm pretty sure you're in your late fucking 30s or probably close to your early 40s. You don't know anything about Arthur. You don't know anything about Alex Jones. I mean, what do you know? What do you know, Jeremy? What the fuck do you know? Okay? You and the rest of your subscribers. What do you know? Okay? It's because I just don't bother because I don't follow Alex Jones. Well, maybe you should follow everything, including the ones that you supposedly say if you don't agree with me. You should even follow the people that you don't agree with. Okay? Because maybe you'll actually learn something. You'll learn how to balance yourself, how to educate yourself, and how to arm yourself with truth and facts. Okay? Instead of just blindly going after whatever it is that's thrown in front of you in your little fucking monitor and start reporting on it. Because basically that's what it is. That's what it is. That's what's going on there, Jeremy. You don't have the balls to challenge the establishment the way that you say you do. Oh, you go after fucking Star Wars. Oh, you've gone after Brie Larson, whom you've deemed queen. I don't know why you've all of a sudden decided to deem her queen. You've gone after Batwoman. So have I, man. I've gone after her too, and I've seen things even harsher than you ever have. I've seen things even worse than you ever have, and I never have to be worried about being censored because I guess, fortunately for me, I'm not as big as you or even that chick from Shoe on Head. Okay, because if I was, then I'd be flagged down. Then I'd be demonetized if I was ever monetized. Then I'd be harassed with YouTube sending me stupid emails of cease and desist and why you were removed, like a Nazi regime that they are representing. Because they are. Oh, here's another one. Jeremy, anytime you want, buddy, I'll educate you on all this bullshit. I can fucking educate you like you wouldn't believe, man. Because I don't just follow the Star Wars comic book fucking shit. I follow everything. Politics, religion, everything having to do with everything. Because I'm not just a one-note kind of person. Yeah, you may see my fucking videos and they have little video game images in the background and shit. But that's to keep the masses entertained. It's kind of like people can't read a book without any fucking pictures in it. It has to have pictures in it or else people aren't entertained. I'm sorry to my viewers, but it's the fucking truth. Okay? So, Jeremy, you're full of shit. You ain't no folk hero. You ain't no fucking leader. You're nothing. You're a fucking cuck. You're a fucking wannabe. You're a poser. Alright? and just admit to everybody that you thought this chick was hot. Because if she wasn't, you would have been tearing her ass up like you said you were. Oh, but I like her style. My ass. My ass. I can tear her ass up. Okay? I'll tear her ass up. If you won't do it, I fucking will. You don't believe me? Challenge me to do it. I'll tear her ass up right now. Because I don't give a shit about looks. I give a shit about ideologies. I give a shit about points of view. I give a shit about all that stuff. Oh, it's because I respect her style and her tenacity. You don't give a shit about that stuff, dude. That's the same tenacity that fucking Hollywood's been showing with the MCU. That's the same tenacity that Brie Larson's been showing. That's the same tenacity that what's her name? Ruby Rose showed on that fucking Batwoman TV show. That's the same tenacity that you'll continue to see from the SJW and NPCs. So don't give me that bullshit. Don't give everybody that bullshit. I admire her tenacity. Fuck you. Be honest, man. Be fucking honest. If you admire her tenacity, then you better goddamn be willing to admit that you also admire the tenacity of all those other motherfuckers in Hollywood. So don't give me that bullshit about I admire her style and her tenacity. Fuck you. So, I hope you enjoyed this video. Leave a comment, leave a like, leave a subscribe, please, okay? Fucking subscribe to me so I can challenge motherfuckers like this who aren't honest with you and who aren't even honest with themselves. Hope you enjoyed it. God bless.